People have been hurting for way too long. Let's get something done for the American people. Welcome in, Joe Manchin. Delighted to work with you to get this done. Let's move this forward. Hello, Joe Manchin. Happy to have you.
What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we're hearing that Democrats in Congress, they are praising Joe Manchin as they're saying, you sneaky Joe Manchin. You actually agreed to the reconciliation bill and tricked Republicans into passing the CHIPS Bill Act as well. So we're going to be getting exactly what we wanted, and we're hearing them say that more is going to be on the way. And I've got video footage for you you're not going to want to miss, as head of the Progressive Caucus in the House of Representatives, Pramila Jayapal, praises Joe Manchin, says, welcome aboard, looking forward to working with you some more. And she was the same one that not too long ago was saying that Joe Manchin was not a real Democrat. Now, they're going to be pushing this through. I'm going to share with you the video footage. There's a lot unfolding in Congress right now, and we're hearing this is all picking up as we're approaching the August recess and the midterm elections. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, take a look at the headlines, you guys. Progressive Democrats, Manchin Schumer inflation fighting deal. A very, very major step forward. As I said, they're saying this is good news. They're moving forward, and they are praising Joe Manchin. And you guys, I'll let you know here on the channel that we have heard the series of events and how they're going to unfold. We had heard once they finish with the reconciliation bill, they're going to be taking into consideration the other provisions that have been left out. And we've heard them say that executive orders and actions will likely come from the president. And if they do, one of the first ones we will see is canceling student loan debt. And take a look, you guys, this just coming out after the announcement. Biden to decide on student loan forgiveness before payment pause expires, the White House says. The White House says that Biden will make a decision on student loans. So we're hearing that this is coming out. And again, we've heard that there's a series of events that are expected to unfold, first of which was going to be the reconciliation bill. So there was tons of attention focused on that because that was the first piece. Then after that, we're going to be seeing about other provisions and executive actions, and we're hearing there is a list of them. They're going to come out, the first of which is going to be addressing student loan debt. So you guys, I'm going to keep you up to date. We've been hearing for quite some time how things are going to unfold and when. As we're hearing, it will likely be right before these midterm elections. And right now we're hearing that Democrats who are desperate to maintain control in these elections, well, nothing is off the table in the form of provisions. Now, I will keep you up to date regardless of whether there is or is not federal level stimulus checks, child tax credits, student loan debt wiped out, free childcare, free college tuition, all of these things that we've heard promised. I will let you know so that way you can know what's going on. Now, also, speaking about knowing what's going on, if you haven't already, go to the website, www.reliefroadmap.com, and enter your email so that way you know about every stimulus check provision available across the nation. A lot of people think that there was only the 3 federal level stimulus checks, the $1,200, $600, and $1,400, and they're waiting for that fourth of $2,000. That is not the case. Right now, there are checks left and right across the nation going out from states, cities, and counties. Only they're not very well known. They've been doing a terrible job about letting people know. People don't know that they even exist. They don't know where to go to apply, if they're eligible, how to get them, and they're only available for limited amounts of time. So you got to be on them. Well, I'm going to make sure that you guys don't miss out on anything. We're hearing about tons of people missing out. I'm going to make sure that you know about everything available. So please, if you haven't already, go to www.reliefroadmap.com. It's a website I created. Go ahead and put in your email, and I'm assembling a comprehensive list of all the checks. When it's ready, you're going to be notified right away. And you guys, I've been putting in tons of time into this. We have a pretty comprehensive list. I've been seeing in the comments people saying, well, there's nothing in Texas. Turns out we heard of a massive surplus of $24 billion that they're trying to figure out what to do with it right now. People are saying there's nothing in the state of California. You guys, there's literally tons of provisions in California. Florida is passing their own check. New York, they have provisions as well. There are provisions across the board. I'm going to be assembling them all into this comprehensive list for you. Illinois has several of them that are popping up. I'm going to make sure that you have access to everything. So keep an eye out for that, you guys. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the video footage so you can hear Pramila Jayapal herself talking about and praising Joe Manchin, saying there's more to be done. But thank you, Joe Manchin. We welcome you. But before we dive in, do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, don't forget, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Just takes a second, helps out my channel a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. All you got to do is very quickly hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Any specific questions, hop onto Instagram, shoot me a DM at SteveRam3, and consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. More content coming there to help you out with what we're hearing is a recession right now, inflation at 41-year high, and a potential housing market crash they're talking about that could take place right now in 2022. So if you're interested, I will pin a comment down below. Click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications. But with that being said, you guys, let's take a look at this video footage of what Pramila Jayapal had to say about Joe Manchin and getting done with more legislation.
Joining us now is Democratic Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal of Washington. She is the senior whip of the Democratic Caucus, and she's the chair of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. She also serves on the House Budget Committee. Congresswoman, thank you for being with us this morning. What do you think about this deal?
Good morning, Brianna. I think that this is a very, very major step forward if we can get it done, and I believe we can. I believe that there's a real deal here. You know, look, it's difficult because it's been a year of negotiations, one step forward, four steps back, but I think we are now very, very close. And every single one of the things that's in this bill is actually a major accomplishment, will help Americans bring costs down, will ensure that we're protecting the planet for our next generation, and will make sure that people's health care is covered instead of being cut off in the next, 30 days, essentially, when those subsidies expire from the American Rescue Plan. So this is a massive step forward, and I'm excited to see the next pieces of it, including the full text and the process going forward.
2 weeks ago, the narrative was so different, right? It was that Manchin had pulled one over on Schumer and any sort of deal was dead. And you have been hypercritical of Joe Manchin. You actually called him not a real Democrat at one point. Does this change your assessment?
Well, look, on Capitol Hill, things change all the time. And I found that to be successful, what you have to do is you have to roll with whatever comes your way. If we can get this done, it will be a massive step forward for the American people. And, and I think that's what we have to focus on. We have an opportunity now to make historic investments in climate, in healthcare, in prescription drug pricing. I mean, nothing we have ever done before has allowed Medicare to negotiate prescription drugs. So while there is a lot that was left on the cutting room floor, the reality is this would be a massive accomplishment, and it would help the American people.
If you get this done, does that make Joe Manchin a real Democrat in your eyes?
Well, look, I worked with Joe Manchin many times over the last year. I still think that had we done this back in December, had we done the entirety of the president's agenda, we would be in better shape. But am I happy that Joe Manchin is at the table right now? Absolutely. Welcome in, Joe Manchin. Delighted to work with you to get this done. Let's get something done for the American people. People have been hurting for way too long. And I think that's the step that we are at now, is let's move this forward. We have a lot of work we have to do. We need to show Democrats across this country that the Democratic Party can actually get stuff done when we have 50 Democrats in the Senate. And I think that's where we are right now. So I'm all about forward looking, Brianna. And hello, Joe Manchin. Happy to have you.
There you have it, you guys. That was Pramila Jayapal, head of the Progressive Caucus in the House of Representatives, and you heard her say that they need to show the American people that they can get things done for them. However, it has been over a year. Let me know your thoughts. Is this going to make up for it and getting it done this late? Do you think that, hey, they got it done? Or are you thinking, you know what, it's too little too late, the damage has been done, and we need more. We need stimulus checks. We need additional assistance, and all of these promises have been unfulfilled. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. But that was Pramila Jayapal. We're going to be seeing what unfolds here. Now, keep in mind, this is not the end of the road here for this Inflation Reduction Act. This is just the beginning. They just have an agreement. Now, they need to assemble the legislation. They need to have it go through the bird bath with the parliamentarian. It needs to be passed in the House, in the Senate, and reconciliation is quite the lengthy process. So we're going to be seeing if they're able to do this, get it done, agree to everything, and have it signed by the president in time for those midterm elections and what other provisions could potentially be coming as well. Now, whatever unfolds, like I said, I will keep you up to date every step of the way so that way you know what's going on. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me this Friday evening. I hope that you and the family have a blessed weekend. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, do me a quick favor. Just takes a second. Smash that like button for me. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, leave your comments. Share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, it's free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. All you got to do is very quickly hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're notified of updates right away. And if you got any specific questions, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And again, keep an eye out for that comprehensive list of all the stimulus checks. I'm working away as quickly as I can to try to get them out to you guys so that way you know about the programs. If any are going to be expiring here very soon, which there are a few that are going to be before the end of the month, and I don't have the list ready, I'll just let you know here on the channel so that way you can know right away. I'll show you where to go to apply, get everything all set for you so you don't miss out on anything. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.